So here I'm looking at an in-between state between a XR knowledge object being closed in a cube or something like that and opened completely into room scale. This is the kind of working size. So the thinking is maybe the document is presented relatively traditionally, but it's still in a cube. But if the user then takes their hand and pulls down, you can see a lot more. So they can choose how much space you want. Maybe everything will fit, maybe not. But here's the thing. If the user then pulls to the side, there is more information. This is just a rough mock-up. But the notion here is that one column would be, for instance, headings, different levels, but headings with keywords or other specific text. As we can see on the right, we could also have references and all kinds of things. So don't worry about what it says in the white text on top here, because it's just indicative of maybe different things. It could be media as well showing up in this view. And of course, I personally think that one of the really useful things by having media accessible is that when you pull it out, you get a mural size experience of that particular photograph, image, or graph, which could contain a ton of information. So you should be able to pull out columns of this if you want them in different spaces for different uses. Now, the notion of using columns and rows as a spreadsheet is quite common in fiction, where each chapter is annotated to have, what characters in there, what part of the arc, what environment, what language, all of these things. Maybe this could be useful in academic writing. Maybe we decide on some sort of columns for this, and maybe this is part of the metadata on export, maybe not. So if we take a real paper, 7 hypertext, this is how long it is, with the references on the right. So this is real, I just copied and pasted. Of course, this is a very well cited paper, and it's quite long, but it is a real paper. It definitely shows some of the challenges we have of designing readability for this. So the notion is that we can extract things from this and put it in different columns to make the at least X, Y spatial more useful, and then depth would be used for other things. So just a thought. Thank you for having a look.